Hello and welcome to another episode of your darling program Youth Can on independent television ITV. I am your host Joy Igoche. Youth Can is that very creative and wonderful program created by ITV to reach out to youth with creative and entrepreneurship ideas that are geared towards the development of the society. Today we'll be discussing the topic Youth and ICT, thriving in this digital era. On our previous edition of this program, we talked about the uprising of citizen journalism amongst youth. So by now we know that it is no longer news that we are living in an epoch of fast accelerating digital breakthroughs. In fact, the internet has been a major pilot in all of this. Today's youths are increasingly connecting with the world around them with the use of mobile devices. So we want to discuss this topic extensively. We want to know the opportunities that ICT provides. So right now, talking about technology, talking about ICT, we'll be linking up to some creative youths and some youths that have made waves in the tech world to talk about ICT and how to thrive in this digital era. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. You're welcome back again, and of course it's still your darling program Youth Can on independent television. Now like I promised, I said when we come back we'll be linking up with wonderful people to talk about youth and ICT and how to thrive in this digital era. Thanks for joining us, Awal, Dairu and Uyi. Quickly, we want to know, what does ICT entails? This question is for you, Awal.
Well, ICT is the new global norm, and as we know, ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. It is the new global driver of economy. ICT is the new global driver when it comes to digital economy. And as we know that the world economy has shifted, so as a youth, I think ICT is as the new global norm is very good for us to embrace and use it for the good of our societies.
Okay, Uyi, let's hear your part of this. What does ICT entails?
ICT is a broad field of endeavor, really broad. So generally, of course, there's the academic side, the business side, the professional side, and all that. But to break it down, people classify, you have your software side, you have your hardware side, you have your data side, you have these days you have your cloud side. So there are multiple ends to it. So depending on the perspective you're looking at it from. Right.
Okay, we're going to take turns in answering these questions. How would you rate youth involvement in ICT?
I think the involvement of youth in ICT, especially in Africa and Nigeria in particular, I think there are lots of opportunities that are still potential, that are still untapped. As we can see globally, the youth are the ones driving the new revolution in technology. When you look at the companies, the biggest companies in the world today are all startups that were being initiated by youth, sometimes in their teenage years or early 20s, and today they are billionaires. Not just the money they make, but they set the global norm. When you look at companies like Google or Facebook, these are companies that you don't just have to look at the billions that they make, but they also make impact in the world by setting how things are being done. Whether politically or economic-wise. When you take a look at an example of a company like Twitter, you can see how Twitter is making waves globally, setting norms and standards that affects almost everyone. Just some few years ago, as you can see how Twitter became a topic of discussion when they even have to ban a U.S. president, somebody who has been seen to be the strongest person in the world by being the president of the United States. There has been tremendous progress when it comes to ICT and youth in Nigeria. When you look at the the products that youth are producing in Nigeria, and the hubs, which are actually trying their best to see that they groom the next generation of ICT professionals, be it programmers, be it artificial intelligence experts and machine learning and the rest. So a lot of hubs across the country are doing tremendous work. But of course, there are a lot of things that can be done. There are a lot of untapped areas, and we still need to do more to see that we come up with professionals in this country, and so that we can have a much more inclusive digital movement in the country. Nigeria is much of a consumer country when it comes to digital products, but I see in the near future, utilizing the youth in the country, we can make movements, we can make tremendous changes by being digital producers on a global scale, not just in our country, but in Africa and the global scale.
What are the opportunities and the potentials in ICT for today's youth? Because it's not just about knowing what ICT entails or having technological skills. So how can one really monetize these skills?
Well, there are a lot of opportunities for the youth when it comes to ICT. I think the coming of ICT, be it the e-commerce or the e-business, or in the process of business environment, there are a lot of opportunities. Today, being digitally literate alone can give you opportunity and access to jobs online. You know, we have a lot of remote jobs, especially when you are skilled in computer, professional skills such as programming or data analysis and the rest. There are lots of skills you can gain online to have access to such jobs online, which you can even be doing it remotely from the comfort of your home. Apart from that, there are also other opportunities that you can use, even your smartphone. There are sites that you can just go there to watch videos or to make some clicks or to even get menial jobs, something as simple as typing. So these kind of things are available online for the youth to go and get such opportunities. But one of the problems that these youth that want to venture into these kind of things don't even know where to start. And this is where digital hubs came in, digital hubs and government established hubs. But of course, there are also some very easy tasks that people can just get online to do to get money, which you don't have to be very skillful to be like a programmer or something. There are sites that you can just go and become a freelancer in, let's say, some very easy tasks. You can also answer survey questions and get money online. You can become a field agent. You can go into digital marketing from the comfort of your home. And some sites can be as simple as watching videos online to get some income from it.
The internet today is flawed with a lot of happenings around there. What are the pitfalls of the internet? Because I know in your journey this far, you must have come across some kind of glitches so far on the internet. So what are those pitfalls?
To me, the greatest challenge in the journey to become in this technology is patience. And unfortunately, that's what many people lack. For you to, to build your skills, build your reputation, and start making money using the ICT platform, one has to be patient. It's not a one-day job or a two-day job. So you have to be patient. You have to be patient enough to learn the necessary skills for you to, apply for opportunities to make money using ICT and the rest. And secondly is the lack, or just how would I put it, lack of mentorship. When you see, even in Nigeria, there are certain places that are doing better than the others when it comes to ICT, opportunities. Take Lagos, for example. People in Lagos are just doing great. But why is that? Because there are a lot of opportunities, there are a lot of mentorship and hubs around Lagos, where people can find mentorship, can find opportunities to start making money in the tech world. So I think these two are the greatest challenge when it comes to the journey in the tech world.
In the pitfalls, let's get to the internet, for example, and let's narrow down social media. If you're not skilled at filtering information, you could be misled by information on social media. There's some people that see information on the internet and they think that just because it's on the internet is true. But to forget that this information can be put by anybody on the internet. So you also need skills to be able to know what is correct and maybe double check for what is not correct. But not everybody is at that level. So it could lead to mass misleading of people, and that's wrong. And also, in the area of privacy, there's some people that use the internet to invade other people's privacies, hack their accounts and hack their details and lead to even defamation and defrauding others. So that's the pitfall. Even as much as cybersecurity is improving, it's still an area. So technology came with a lot of advantages and all that, but these are some of the disadvantages we see. We see sometimes addiction to screen time. People spend so much time on the screen and all that and forget to take care of their health and all that. So get to maybe social media addiction and all that, and those are possible pitfalls we face in technology, especially at the user. And another pitfall also is at the project management, and a lot of projects also fail because some are still at novel stages. All right, so they're still exploring the waters and all that, and it leads to a huge loss of funds. So that could happen, but it is natural to almost anything emerging that is good. Yeah, but that doesn't take away the advantages anyway.
Talking about the pitfalls of the internet, I'm going to be showing you this video that talks about threats and hacking on mobile devices, because just recently the NCC alerted Nigerians of a virus called FluBot that affects Android phones. So in this video you are going to see how aware Nigerians are about it and how some experts, or what some experts have to say about this FluBot malware. Stay tuned.
We are living in a technological-driven epoch where the use of smart devices is akin to almost everybody. In a statement issued by the Nigerian Communication Commission's Director of Public Affairs, Dr. Igoche Adinde, there is a high risk and extremely damaging virus called FluBot, targeting Androids with fake security updates and app installations. He also stated that FluBot is circulated through short messages service (SMS) and can snoop on incoming notifications, initiate calls, read or write incoming SMSs, and transmit the victim's contact list to its control center. As important as this information, how aware are Nigerians?
At times, when you open your phone, you see some kind of messages, maybe on your WhatsApp or your Facebook. So when you go through it as a reasonable somebody, when you know that maybe something like that you did not apply or you're not interested about it, you can just quickly skip it off. That's what I do.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I've heard about people who talk about like clicking a link maybe on WhatsApp or something, and then boom, people got access into their phones and their files and all that. So
no, not at all.
Some ICT experts in the FCT have this to say about this malware.
It's designed to target the financial credentials of the owner of the phone, the user. Majorly is financial credentials. Okay, you see, it can send a message, or they'll send messages and you click on the link. That link, you think you are going to their site or their app. Instead, it modifies itself and hides inside your phone.
Before now, we all thought that phones had encryption device, multi-layered encryption device via a secure connection, but that's not the case nowadays.
They also advise users to refrain from clicking on unverified links, amongst other protective measures.
when you are too curious, anything you see you want to, circumspection is what is required, and avoid clicking, especially when you are sent codes, and sometimes they tell you that it is only you. Don't transfer, don't suspect it. Once it is suspicious, then treat it as such.
You avoid downloading just any type of app from anywhere. You can make your device as personal as possible. Don't always give out your device to just anybody. You can use security options and select strong password. It's also good you use two-factor authentication. This means that you use not only one security option. So your phone, the Android phone, comes with a two-factor authentication. Frequently clear your internet history, your browser history. Avoid public Wi-Fi. This is very important.
You want to be curious, inquisitive. Let me see what is this. Do not click on those links. There are links to hack your phone, get codes to your bank account, to your bank password. Be very careful.
It is hoped that the NCC will carry out more sensitization to enlighten people on flu-bot virus and how it can be prevented.
Okay, we have seen that and we've known what this flu-bot is all about and what we can actually do to protect our devices from being hacked by these internet fraudsters. So, what is your advice generally to youth?
The world is moving into a world of digital economy. And as we know, just a few years ago, even Nigeria has joined the global trend of becoming a global economy driven economy. So when you look at it, and a digital economy, a country that's been run on digital economy is mostly run with brains, not just strength and whatever. So my advice is to the youth is to join this global trend of digital economy and make sure that we stay relevant. Make sure we get the necessary skills to be fighters, to be promoters, to be not just consumers of technology, but to also provide our own part of the bargain to see that we stay relevant and give out products to the world too.
Oh, the greatest advice is jump on it. Do whatever it takes to jump on it. The beauty about ICT is you're not just learning skills or ICTs to be relevant in tech, but to be relevant in life. Because where we are going now, a lot of things will run on the digital platform. You can barely live a normal life now if you don't have some things to do digitally. So it's not just a skill to get a job. I call it a modern day survival skill, the ability to relate with the modern day survival skill for me. And also young people, remember, you're getting older. The younger children coming, you're going to get married, you have children. These children that are coming are digital natives. What will it be like if you can relate with your children over digital issues? So beyond just being a techie, it's something that can affect your general life and your family life. And you can use it. Like I tell them, jump on it. Whatever opportunity you see, take it and give it your best shot. You just
All right, thank you very, very much, Awal, Dairu, and Uyi, for your contributions to this program. We've really learnt a lot and we appreciate you. This is where we'll be drawing the curtain close on today's episode of your darling program, Youth Can on ITV. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms and like our page on Facebook. Search for your darling program, Youth Can, and keep on watching our episodes and previous episodes. Leave your likes, your comments, and share. We love you. Join us same time next week for another thrilling episode of your darling program, Youth Can. I remain your host, Joy Igoche. Have a nice day.